Hello to everyone. My name is Sandeep. I am working as assistant professor in the Department of Information Technology of MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. So today we are going to discuss about the input statements and output statements. Input statements and output statements. What is the input statements and output statements? So this is the what content today. In this topic we are going to discuss. First, what is the input and output? First of all, what is the purpose of the computer? That means before going to discuss what is the input and output, first we have to know what is the purpose of the computer. So the purpose of the computer is to process the data and return the result. To process the input to data and return the result. That is the purpose of the computer. To process the data, we have to give the input to the computer. To process the data, we have to give the input to the computer. So that is called input. That means the data given to the computer is called input. The data given to the computer is called input. Next, what is the output? Whatever we given the input to the computer, that data has to be processed by the computer and return the result and return the results. That results are written by the computer are called output. The result is nothing but what? Output. So to display the output, there are output statements are available in Python. That means to give the input and to get the output, that Python provides what statements? Input statements and output statements. To give the input, the Python provide input statement, and to get the output, the Python provides which statement? Output statements. So first anyway we'll discuss about what? Output statements. So what is an output statements? To display the output or results by the computer, to display the result or output by the computer is called output statements. For that purpose, we have one function that is print function. Okay, we have the one function that is print function. Anyway, we are going to use in different formats about this print function. Anyway, we are going to discuss. First, here see, this is the print function, and into that print function, we are not going to pass any values or any strings, any characters like. It is the empty print function. If you are going to execute the empty print function, then just simply it will print a blank line and throw the cursor to the next line. So let me see an example. Right now, see print, just simply print function. Now see, I'll run this program. See, just simply it is a blank line and throw the cursor to the next line. So that is the what? Empty print function output. Okay, empty print function output is what? What is that one? Just print it what? Blank line, displays the blank line and throws the cursor to the next line. So that is the print function. Right. Next, there is another format of print function. So if you are going to pass the the string into the print function, then whatever the string is passed into the print function, as it is displayed in same manner. So let me see the program. Right. So print, for example, so string here is what? MLR80, for example. Now I save this program, run this one. What? So whatever we pass the string into the print function, the same string will be get, or the same output will get. So that is the output statement. So in Python, what is the output statement means? Print function. Okay. Next, here one more thing about these string formats of print function. We can also use the escape characters inside the print function, and also repetition operator. That means here this is the repetition operator. Anyway, we are going to discuss in next topic that is operators concept. So by using this repetition operator, we can display the strings in repeated manner. I will give an example. Next, there is an plus operator and comma operators can use inside the print function. So what is the plus operator purpose and comma operator purpose? So let me see example for these three statements. First, what we have, escape characters. For example, here I am going to print hello, right, MLR80. Just simply I am going to print, and then right now see, if you are going to just I pass the string into the print function. So whatever the string is there, that as it is it will be printed, right? So just a minute, print and then hello, right? I save this program. Now see, right, it's printing what? Hello. Okay, right. Now see, for example, if I want to print some more string, I save this program and then run this one. Hello MLR. For example, if I want to use the escape characters in the print function, you can use. First of for example, what are the escape characters we have? There is an /n. Okay, no? /n. So here I will pass that /n. So what is the /n escape character? It means it prints in new line. So hello will print in one line, MLR80 will print in new line. Now see what happened. So like that one. So /n is the escape character which represents what? New line. For example, there is another character, that is escape character, that is /t. T means what? Tab space. So just hello will be printed one and MLR80 will print some space after some space. See, like this one. So like that one, you can also use the escape characters in the print function. Okay, na? Next, what is the statement we had? Repetition operator. So we can also use the repetition operator. Now see, so print, okay, na? For example, hello, right? So I want to represent in double quotations hello and then close. Now see how it will get the output. Hello only. But if I want only one time, but if I want to print 3 times, then how many times you are going to need, or how many times you want to print this hello string, that number, and then repetition operator, and then repetition operator. Now see, right, sorry, I represented in this string only, right? Now see what happened. Hello, hello, hello. Like that one, how many times you required, or how many times you want to print that hello string, that number, and then use repetition operator followed by string. So in this way we can use the repetition operator. So the repetition operator purpose is to print the strings in multiple times, right? Next, what is the statement we had? Next, plus operator. Now see, plus operator we can use. For example, there is an name, okay, na? Right? So and then here plus, for example, MLR80. I save this program. Okay. Now see what happened. Actually here name equals to MLR80. So name and then assignment operator up to this one string, and here MLR80 is one string. What happened here? Whenever we are going to use the plus operator on the string values, then the 2 strings will be concatenated, or the 2 strings will be joined. See here, there is no space between these 2 strings, name, assignment operator, that is equal symbol, okay, na? And then MLR80. There is no space. There is no space between the 2 strings. So if you are going to apply the plus operator on the strings, then it will be join the 2 strings. That is the plus operator purpose. So then what about here? Comma operator. So the comma operator represents some space between the 2 strings. Okay, na? Some space between the 2 strings. Now see what happened? Now it came some space between the two strings, that is name colon and MLRIT. Name, sorry, equal space MLRIT. So that is the differences between what? Plus operator and comma operator, right? So plus operator is used on the strings, then it will be, the two strings will be joined. For example, the comma operator is used between the two strings means then it represents some space between the two strings, right? So we can, here we seen that escape characters inside the print function and repetition operator, and use plus and comma operators inside the function. Next, here see variables list. Yes, first we seen that empty print function. Second, we seen that we have to pass the string into the print function. Next, variables list. So here we can pass that variables into the print function, right? So let me see an example. See, display. So whenever you pass that variables list into the print function, then the values of that variable will be printed. For example, here see a comma b. So that that value 2 is assigned to a, that value 4 is assigned to b. Now we print it, right? So let me see an example. Now see, a comma b equals to 2 comma 4. That means 2 value is assigned to a and 4 value is assigned to b. So like that one, it will be happen in the Python. Next, now print, sorry, a comma b. Print a comma b. Now what is the output means? Whatever the values we assign, that values will be printed. But if you observe here, actually here we given a comma b. So at that, so but here the 2 and 4 values are separated with some space. But I don't want like that one. I want to separate with comma. I want to separate with comma. So then how can we do that one means, here see, to separate the output with a comma or some other characters, then use which attribute? SEP attribute. Okay, now which we can say separator attribute. That full form here is separator attribute. So let me try through an example. See, okay, now a comma b, SEP equals to, within the quotations, right? SEP attribute we have to use. So now let me run this one. Right, yeah, see, just a minute. Right, so to separate the output with a comma, then use what? SEP attribute. So at that time it will be separate that values. Okay, at that time it will be separate the values. And also we had some other attribute, that is end attribute. End attribute, right? So now see, a, for example a, and then b. Actually how the values will be printed? The values will be printed in 2 lines. But whenever you have to use in the same line, then use what? End attribute. See, end attribute. Okay, now end attribute. Now see, let me run this program. Right, I'm sorry, I did not represent here. Right, now see, right, so right, 2 comma 4. So if what happened here, the same line it will be happen, same line it is happen. So if you want to separate the 2 values with a character, that is comma or some other characters, then use SEP attribute. Similarly, if you want to print the values in same line, then use what? End attribute. Here we use. Okay, right? Now see, for example, SEP. Here I use. Okay, SEP. Then whenever we are going to use separator attribute, then what will be happen? Whatever the character here it is given, the character will be separated with that values. The character will be separated that two values of the variable. So this is about what? End attribute and SCP attribute. So this is the way of format, that is passing variables list into the print function. Next, there is another format, that is object. That means we can pass an object into the print statement or print function. That means we can pass the objects like list, tuples, dictionaries to the print function to display elements of those objects. Okay, now? So let me see the example. Now see, for example, list. How can we represent the list values? Within the square brackets. So 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. Now we are going to pass that object into the print function. Now see, right? So this is the output of that object. So these are the various formats are there about the output statement. So first we seen what? Empty function. Next we seen we are going to pass the string into the print function. Next variable list we have to pass the into the print function, and then object function. Object we can pass into the print function. So this is about various formats of print function. Finally, so here, right, Python provides what? The print function to display the output or results. So if any statement are there to display the output, means there is one function, that is print function. So how we can use this print function means with various formats. So like you are going to pass the string values and variables list and objects as well, so on, so on, etc. Next, here what is the purpose of end attribute? As we just discussed now, end attribute is useful to continue the output in same line. To continue the output in same line. So that is about what? End attribute. Okay, thank you. Next class we will discuss about what? Input statement.